His name, Merlin.
What's going on, knights, lords, ladies, sorcerers, enchantresses, warlocks, and every other person beneath the realm of Ambion? My name is still V. We're back with more Merlin Weekly with part 2 of the 3-part trilogy of Gwen the Traitor arc, where we're entering the episode The Hollow Queen. Where if you guys haven't seen this episode already, I implore that you do so! But if you haven't, it's just the basic synopsis. With Gwen still under the control of Morgana from what means we'll never truly understand other than mandrake roots, which, if you guys know, mandrake roots kind of tend to make a psychological virus/parasite leech under the person's psychosis, causing them to go into a whole state of hysteria, shock, and mind manipulation in certain cases. But we don't know that. We do not know that from an herbal standpoint. No. We don't know how she did it. But she's underneath Morgana's control. And the whole thing is set up to lead into a trap for Merlin, while Arthur's having to sign a treaty with a fellow kingdom of the Five Realms, of Amara. And Amara is a war state, which means there's going to be a lot of trouble for both sides of the party. Will Merlin be able to save Arthur in time? Will Gwen finally kill her husband in the most ridiculous way possible? And why the hell is Morgana even doing this plan in the first place? Watch the episode, come back here, and we'll find out together. So if you guys actually did watch the whole episode, man, am I fucking excited with how the writing was in this one. If the episode A Lesson in Vengeance was very, very stupid and downplayed into how can we make everyone in the kingdom have an IQ of at least 20 to make everything seem very suspenseful, this one actually cranked out something of amazing quality. Also, if you guys are wondering why I can't move my right arm, it's because my right shoulder blade has been fucked up because of my day job. Moving back into the review. So, this whole backgammon of how to get Merlin away from the kingdom was actually very ingenious. Gwen and Morgana allowed a simple boy, we never truly know the name of this boy, to come in, say he's a druid, to lure Merlin out to save someone in need, because if we all know Merlin, he wants to help people that are outcast and are injured, especially druids, since he's been foretold by druids that he will bring peace, magic, and humankind together in the most amazing, peaceful way possible with Arthur as king. You know, all that sappy shit that we all love. But the whole trap actually goes into place by going a full day's trip away from Camelot. And then when Merlin is away with the boy and seeing that his mark as a druid was fake, Morgana throws him over into a tree to knock him unconscious, poisons him, then kicks his unconscious body into a ravine where he's already got a limp in his thigh from being stabbed, and he cannot move. With that being the case, Gwen can then be in Camelot to maneuver around, have a group called the Serum, led by the Serum of Amaria, to just plan on an assassination attempt on Arthur's life. That way the throne can be taken by Gwen, and then Morgana can assume the throne after Amaria is then, quite frankly, happily in power of what they have 1/3 of the land that Camelot has been graciously gathering up due to Arthur's reign. At least that's what the plan kind of is. Except for the Serum wants to then take all of Camelot by killing Gwen, because Morgana forgot to leave out that little part about how the Serum just doesn't take shit. But you know, who cares? It's your own pawn. It's not like it's gonna be useful to make the whole transition into you becoming queen actually fucking matter. But anyway, this whole episode does actually play a good cat and mouse game into how to do a villain's plan done right. The previous episode in this 3-parter isn't that coherent or very well done, to be honest, but this one actually hits it out of the park. The whole plan actually went almost smoothly to where no one knew where Merlin was, and even if people tried to suspect it, Gwen as a former servant, could spread some lies around to make people be like, oh, okay, alright, I believe this. Well, except for Gaius, but that's because Gaius is pimp! While Merlin, because it's a trap led by Morgana that actually works, his magic isn't always gonna work for him. Curing the disease that's poisoning him, not gonna work. The paralysis won't be able to work without outside help. He's literally in the need of someone to assist him, thankfully the boy, where he will end up getting out of it and save the day, obviously, because we gotta end the whole series with Arthur still being king and then becoming the king of the mountain trope. But it's kind of an improvement on a lot of levels in that regard. Where it fails, though, is just in its comedic elements for an odd reason. Now, before you guys start going to the comment section just like, but V, wait, it was so brilliant! Let me stop you there, and let me just give you my own interpretation as to why I say it's a faulty thing with the comedy. So, we all know that to make comedy work, it has to be very situational and apply to at least the target demographic to what you're trying to portray. Being a sword and sorcery thing, you want to poke fun at a lot of different tropes that are part of the sword and sorcery thing during the medieval era. But this whole episode's jokes were more or less just, Gaius is an old man, him being a servant is a bad idea, Merlin goes to the tavern a lot, ha 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 ha, and the idea of Merlin having a girlfriend is a stretch. That was our comedy. Ha 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 ha. Ha. Ha 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 ha. I'm not entertained, and this is part of my own I laugh at this demographic. Like, that is just why, how, and why. You guys could do so much better. You've done so in the past. Why did you phone in the comedy and then up the other stuff? Like, can't we just have an episode that balances out both of these very well in this final season? Well, planned out final season. That was supposed to be one of the hallmarks of how we want to end this whole ride by throwing our entire budget like this. Just throw all the shit our way. But I guess we can't win them all. But we will return with part 3 either tonight on Tuesday, December the 11th, or the 13th on a Thursday of December 2018. We will find out in the next couple of hours, my fellow knights, lords, ladies, sorcerers, enchantresses, warlocks, and everyone underneath the whole realm of Ambion, as we come back with the finale of the 3-parter of Gwen the Traitor arc. I'll see you guys then.